Today you will plan a first draft. Students will review their quick list to generate ideas for their personal narrative. You will use your quick list to generate ideas for your personal narrative and begin planning for your writing. Here's what you'll need: your writing journal, a pencil. I want you to open up your writing journal to your quick list. We made the quick list of 12 the first or second week of school. You're going to look over your quick list. You can also pull up your heart map, which would be in your Google Drive, the heart map you created. You're going to look over those. You're going to choose a story from your life and begin planning your narrative on the planning pages that I have in the Google assignment. You will turn it in today, and I will return it to you on Wednesday so you can begin writing your narrative. This is what your attached personal narrative graphic organizer looks like. You'll have 2 pages. Remember, you go to the zoom magnifying glass and create 100% so that you can see it better. Then you will scroll up and down. You will begin by typing in what your topic is. If I have chosen to write about my first day of school, my topic would be first day of school. Now, under time, that has to do with the setting. So when it took place. Well, I could put my kindergarten year. So I'm going to write about my first day of school in kindergarten. I was 5. Okay, that's the setting, when it took place. Then I'm going to think about the main characters. Now this is a personal narrative, so the characters are people that were involved in this moment that I'm going to write about. So the main characters are myself, my teacher, and her name was Miss Grant. I remember her name. And other students. Can't remember their names now because it's been a long time since Mrs. Rejon was 5, but I may make up a name later on. Place. Well, it took place at Rusk Elementary School. All right, so I've got that opening ready. I know the characters, when it took place, where it took place, and my topic. How does the story begin, or what is the problem? Well, it's my first day of school. So the problem was I was very nervous. This was completely new to me. I was nervous and excited for my first day of school. All right, now over here I have sensory details, because remember, when we write, we want the reader to know what it was truly like at this moment in time. So I want to add details, and it could be my sense of smell, vision, hearing, taste, touch. Well, some of the sensory details I remember is something that I need to talk about so people can visualize, is how crowded it is. You know how crowded it is that first day of school. Crowded with students, cars, parents. I want to be sure that when I write the story that I include that information. Otherwise, a smell, you know what? We all were looking good, looking sharp in our new clothes. Oh wait, that's not a smell. That's something I'm going to see. Can't really think of a smell, except, you know, if it was current times, it might be the smell of breakfast. But when I was in elementary school, we didn't get breakfast at school. All right, so something I hear. Oh, I remember I hear some kids crying. I remember that, so I want to include that. I might come back to this. That's all I can think of right now. Then the body, which is the middle, What's the most exciting part? I'm going to type that here. I'm also going to include some sensory details here as well. Then I'll go to my ending. How does the story end? What happened? How am I going to wrap up this story? Was it a good day at school? It most definitely was. So I'm going to talk about that part. And then I was excited to go back the next day because sometimes kids don't want to go back the second day. And I'm going to include sensory details here as well. All right? So you're going to do that. You're going to type in those spaces. You're going to plan your document because tomorrow you will get this back and you will begin writing your personal narrative.